go, extrusion here. So you can export as an STL as well. And see the gear as an XTL. So I used that very, very thin as a test so that I could get 2 gears to fit in my coil winder, and able to use Pro Desktop to add a boss and a hole for a grub screw, and then Cura to print it out 3D, and I've managed to put the gears off the motor onto there. So this coil winding machine has taken a lot of developing. I don't know why I've 3D printed the sides. That could have been easily made with plywood or something else. But it's 3D printed sections that are T-shaped, and then another 3D printed section to join them together. Yeah, waste of material, but it means I can use CAD and draw it and get the holes where I wanted them. Originally, there were going to be holes here as well for, I think it was the lever. So on this side, there is the lever that just pushes on the counter. The only problem with the counter is because of the way the lever is, I can't see the counter number. I might be able to turn that round. I'm going to print another one of these that's narrower. So it just prints on there. Originally, I had a pulley on the motor. This is the motor and pulley from my slide projector machine. And then I had a pulley on here, but I couldn't get it to grip, and I couldn't get the belts to grip. So that's why I've gone with the gears. Shaft at the back holds the lacquered wire. Shaft at the front drives the coil bobbin. And this is one printed in TPU. So although it's flexible, it's got a lot better heat and particularly chemical resistance than PLA has. So I've printed one in PLA. That was the, here we go. And then I just need to see if the wire will automatically track left and right as it builds up the layers, or whether I'm going to have to stand here doing that. And amazingly, when I was teaching at school, we would use a laser cutter to cut out gears, and we found this program. It's quite old, called Gear DXF. There is an online version, but you have to pay for it, this one. And you can fiddle with all the parameters. What I hadn't realized at the time was you can give it a thickness. Having modelled the gears very, very thin, look at that. Isn't modern technology bloody marvellous? PLA printed gears worked out with this, and all I did was work out the pitch diameter I needed to fit between the motor shaft and the bobbin shaft, and there it is working. At the moment I've got it driven off my variable speed thing, so we can slow it up or we can speed it up. I think it's a 12 volt motor, so I need to be a little bit careful with how much volts. Yeah, and I just need to see if it works.